Welcome to Mickey and My Craft. This is Hilda, your host. Today is a continuation of the tutorial for stamp cross stitch, and we are doing the 4-season and scenery window autumn. Okay, this beauty over here. I'm not gonna review everything that I have been said. You just go back to the videos. I'm gonna post starting with the latest one on the iCard and then the other one on the end cards, so you can click on them. But the last time, first of all, I want to apologize for the delay. Has been a hard time with my hands, so I needed to take a break, which probably I'm gonna do starting once in a while, take a couple of days, but I will have material for you. So the last time we were talking about the half cross stitch and how that you can play it into your advantage, and we will say that the half cross stitch is just that, a plain half, okay? And then how you go up on the road, well, in this case on the column, and then come back and complete the stitch. Okay, we're gonna review that a little bit today, but we're gonna continue stitching. And I was talking to you about how to come back when you have, I call it like a dip stitch, okay, on the next column. So let's see what we got over here. This is all that I have been done. I did the first top first. I decided to do that because there's some areas that you have 4 and 3 stitches, and I didn't want to go crazy, so I decided to finish the top first so I can show you guys about the bottom part, so we can continue cross stitching. So here it is. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna review the half stitch over here with this column. When we come back, I'm gonna show you how you go to the next column, okay, and what to do over here when you have these deep this dive on the stitches. And one thing that I'm going to be suggesting is to do full stitch on these two, so you will have these even with this. So when you come back over here, okay, and finish the cross stitch, you can start your half stitch on the next one, okay? So it should not be a long video today. So let's get started. First, let me accommodate over here. And before we start, I wanna, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe to the channel and join the membership for prizes and giveaways. Starting the new year, I want to be more frequent on giving giveaways, so please join in. And it's only $2.99 a month. I only have 1 tier on it. So without further ado, let me accommodate the camera, and so we can start stitching. Okay, so before we start stitching, I want to give a heartfelt thank you to all those lovely at the Beaded Stitching and Stamp Cross Stitch group, Facebook group, and the Big Circle Canvas and Medium Square Canvas group, for your prayers and your vibe and your well wishes, okay? You are very lovely. So we're gonna start with the half cross stitch. I'm not gonna review the loop stitch. By now you should be able to do it with all that practice, okay? And so let's go and start. Here it is. Like I said, you do your first cross stitch, right? You did the knot, and then you're gonna go back in, and you're gonna come out on the next side hole of the stitch. So because you're gonna go up, okay, and you pull and you can see that the knot, you don't have to pull that hard, you can see that the knot is disappear, okay, and you can hardly see it on the back. Let me see, let me show you. This is what it's supposed to be. It gets hidden between the stitches. Okay, so we're gonna go, and then you come back on the 4, which is number 1 for the next stitch, and you go and do this again. And you continue going up, okay, and once you get to the top, you see the thread where it's coming out on number 4, okay. Oh, I'm sorry, I got this part over here to do. So over here, let me put the needle back away. Over here, you need to jump these 2 stitches. Let's go back up again. I'm sorry about that, guys. And remember, this is how I do stuff. You can use this technique and change them. Now we are at the top. Now you see, hold on just a second, let me take a sip of my soda. So you can see we are at the top, right? On the hole number 4. Okay. We are at the top over there. So to come back down to finish the stitch, what you have to do is come back to hole number 2 of the bottom stitch, and go back up 4, and I go and do the same thing. I'm sorry about that. Okay, you go back in, and then you bring the needle up like this. That way you don't have to go in and go out, go in and go out, and it takes longer. Okay, I'm gonna do this section slow so you can see coming down. And like I said, you can do this sideways, but I find that in the column wise is better. Sometimes you have to do it sideways though. All depends on the situation that you are in. And remember, you can put the needle in between the threads, the two threads, not puncturing the thread, and so you can keep it divided and it's more flat on the fabric. Although that issue gets resolved when you iron the thing, because you gotta watch this. When you get a case like this, you know that something is sticking out, just put the needle inside and find where is it, and then you just try to get it out. Okay, and it comes out. Okay, we are high here. Okay, so we got this, I call it a ditch stitches, because they're down deep, they're not level, they're deeper in here. So we got this, right, and we are ready to do the next column. So what you do when you get a case like this, please try to do it with 2 or 3 stitches only. Don't do it like if you have in a case like this. In a case like this, I usually start from this, but I create the full stitch. And I'm going to tell you something here. Okay, when you get into a situation like this, you're going to come back up here and you're going to go through 2, because remember, you got to do let me show you real quick. Remember, you got to do this first stitch, okay? So since you're up here, you got to come back through here, okay? Okay, so we're gonna go through 1, and in this case, we're gonna come out through 4. Okay, like this. Okay, now one advantage of this tip that I'm gonna give you, this way I do things, is that you level, you do the full stitch over here, but you're gonna do half cross stitch up, because then when you get to do the next one, it's level. You don't have to do this jump, okay? Because still you're gonna use a little bit, you're gonna jump a little bit of threading there. So I'm gonna do the full stitch, and to do the full stitch in this case, I came out from 4. This is one of the cases that I told you at the beginning, you don't have to go 1, 2, 3, 4 exactly. Okay, so we're gonna go through 3, and we're gonna come back through 4, because that way you save thread. Okay, we come back through 4, and then we do another full cross stitch. Okay, And here we go again. And now we come back through 4, making sure you don't excuse me. Making sure it doesn't you know, puncture the threads. So here it is. You got all those two done, and we're gonna go now and do the half cross stitch up, going up. I try to do it most of the time, but sometimes you don't have to do it. The thread will, you know, put itself parallel to each other, which is better for the stitch to look flatter. I'm trying to straighten it out. So we're gonna do this. I'm doing it slow so you guys can watch and review, because it has been about what, 3 weeks? No, 2 weeks. This video was supposed to be done for last week and I couldn't. I needed some more rest for my hands. And again, you're gonna go over here, you're gonna jump those 2 stitches, going up, the nuts, the nuts, the nuts. Oh no. Don't tell me it created another one here. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so now we're going to go down. Again, it's coming out of the 4. I'm trying to straighten out this thread because it's kind of a little twisted. You just have to do this. You're coming out of 4 and you're going to go through number 2 of the next stitch. Nope. I don't know what the camera is messing up today. Okay, I'm trying to get you as close as possible so you will see correctly. And over here, when you get over here, you get to jump from the top to number 4, from number 3 to number 4 over here. Okay, before I go to the next stitch, the advantage of doing these 2 full stitch at the beginning before you start the half cross stitch all the way up is that when you get here, like you're gonna see me, first of all, you're gonna save thread. If I would have done only the half stitch, I would have to come all the way down here, and from here I will have to jump up here. So this is the amount of thread. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh God. Okay, again, let me explain you before I continue. The advantage of doing these 2 cross stitch is that you're also gonna save thread. You don't have to do a big jump, because if I had done the half cross stitch only, when I'm trying to do this one, I'm gonna finish over here, and then I have to come back up here. So this is the amount of thread that you're gonna be wasting from here to here. So now if you do the 2 full stitch, when you come back down, you are level on this one, and you just have to continue doing the stitch. And over here I do the same, because even though it will be less amount of thread, I like to say thread. Remember guys, I'm telling you this because due to my experience with the 3 darks, you never know if the if you're gonna have enough thread on the kit, because I didn't have. I had to rob Peter to pay, you know, to pay Paul. So this is what I'm teaching you, these tricks. Okay, now I'm going to proceed to do the half stitch and come back again, and this time I'm going to speed it up and we're going to get through here, right? So I'll teach you that you just go over it. That's all you have to do, and you will see it. So I'm not going to talk, I'm going to put some music and we're going to stitch this a little faster, okay? See you in a while. Okay, over here we're in a situation that we need to finish the thread, okay, because it's not too long, and I think I just did this. Okay, this thread doesn't want to come off. Got 3 threads in here. I need to get one out. So guys, I ended up going back 3 stitches because the other tail was stuck on the other one. So I'm gonna go and do the stitch again, and over here we're gonna close, right? And when we close, remember, we do the loop. Okay. So we're gonna close over here. I'm gonna put another thread and I'll be right back again. Okay, I have the other thread, right? I had to take the glove out because the thread was getting tangled with it. So we have the other thread, but we have a half cross stitch over here, and we need to complete the stitch. So what we do? Well, we do the same thing. We're gonna come down here, right? Number 3, we're gonna go up to 4, do the loop, which you already know how to do already. And then you go back in this case the difference is you're not going to complete a stage, you're going to complete the next stage. So you go back as normal as always and you continue, and from here on we're going to be doing fast speed so we can get at least to this column. Okay, I'll talk to you in a bit. Okay guys, we are in this part well, you have a number on the cloth. That 13 belongs to this, the blue square. That's number 13. It's telling you right there, which is 745, which is this thread. So what you do is just sew over, do the cross stitch over. I'm going to show you, but I'm going to do half. Okay, sometimes it gets hard over here to find the other hole. You just look at the one on the top, kind of eyeball it, and you will find it. Make sure you don't jump a stitch, because sometimes it gets confusing, the number. Well, folks, I'm gonna leave you here, okay, because it's more of the same, okay. And if you can see, I covered the number. Okay, it's gonna look a little bit weird. You can see some of the ink, but it's because you haven't washed the cloth. Excuse me, but you cannot wash this until we're done with the whole thing. So I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna try to do more than this, and I'm gonna to try to go over here. You see these lines over here? Those are the back stitch. So we can move on. Those are these ones. So I'm gonna try to show you that the next time we get together. If not, we continue stitching, because remember, we are doing the first part of the frame, and there is the second part, and then the bottom part. But this is the one that has the most. So I hope this video is of your liking. Remember, if you have any question, to post it in the comment on in the group. Okay, so thank you for watching. Don't forget to hug and kiss your fur baby from Mickey and I. Until the next time, much love and peace to all of you. Bye.